Continuing our Western Pennsylvania road trip, we're now at Ryerson State Park. Ooh, it was not an easy one to find. My cell service was spotty and I kind of just had to figure out how to get here. So this is the old iron bridge that's closed. And when I was looking at the park map online, it looks like on the other side of the bridge is where a lot of the trails start. So that's interesting. I know there's also a dam here that had failed in the past. I mean, the bridge is cool, but maybe take the bridge down. I don't know. Put in another little bridge to get over to the trails. I know they're doing some revitalization here. From videos that I found online, it looks like they just put in a brand new swimming pool. So we're going to try to head there next and see that. Wow, it is a beautiful day though. Look at those skies. My brother is a welder. I think he's looking at this bridge saying, I can fix that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen some wells that are just peeling off.
Uh-huh.
And that happens after. I mean, who knows how. When did the bridge go in? Or let me know.
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe there's a date on the abutments here.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they tried to fix it.
Oh.
The structure itself is rotting away.
Yeah.
But they put new tracking in on top. That's all aluminum. You know? They
Yeah.
try to save it.
Yeah.
But the main frame is shot.
Looking for a date on some of these stones. Not seeing anything. Yeah. Alright, on to the swimming pool. Alright, so we're still at Ryerson State Park, and this is the new pool house. I'm guessing it's changing rooms, probably restrooms. And today's only May 18th, so not sure when they're going to open up for this season, but looks nice. Looks like a nice little splash zone for the little ones. And the pool is over on the other side. Has water in it, and it's blue. Very nice. In the distance beyond the splash pad, you can see the old dam that failed. I believe there used to be a lake here. I think it was called Lake Duke. Very nice though. Hopefully they'll continue to work on the park. There's a bunch of trails here. Not sure what they're going to do with the iron bridge, if they're just going to let it deteriorate or remove it. Alright, so I'm going to finish up Ryerson Station in the car with the air conditioning on. It's 79 degrees today and quite sunny, so it feels even warmer. Ryerson Station State Park is in Greene County in the southwestern corner of Pennsylvania, near the West Virginia border. The 1,164-acre park features a swimming pool, campground, hiking, fishing, and winter activities. As part of the plan to have a state park within 25 miles of every resident in Pennsylvania, the former Department of Forests and Waters began acquiring land for a park in 1958. The dam and lake were completed in 1960. The lake was later named Duke Lake for Ronald J. Duke, a former park manager. During 1967, the campground was completed and Ryerson Station State Park opened to the public. The park was named for nearby Ryerson's Fort. For 45 years, Duke Lake was the central feature of the park. However, during 2005, Duke Lake was drawn down for safety reasons. Inspections revealed increased seepage and dam foundation compromises. During April 2013, DCNR and Consol Energy Incorporated settled a lawsuit related to the impact of longwall mining in the area on the dam. Settlement award will enable the Commonwealth to make improvements and add 506 acres to the park. Alright, we are currently at Hillman State Park, continuing our Western Pennsylvania State Parks trip. And we are on the Wetlands Trail. Hearing lots of birds. I'm not seeing any though. They're so good at hiding. There's a little bit of mist rolling across the pond. Oh, frogs are out. A little bit of history about Hillman. Settlement in this region was limited due to continued conflicts between the settlers and Native Americans. Settlements in this area were frequently attacked over land ownership disputes. Many settlers built forts consisting of a central structure surrounded by a stockade for protection. Matthew Dillon settled the land along Dillow Run in the northern edge of the park, along with other settlers built Dillow's Fort in 1779. This fort, as well as Fort Dugan, located 6 miles north in what is now Raccoon Creek State Park, was built along a Native American path. During an attack in 1782, Matthew Dillon was killed. Peaceful occupation of the region did not occur until the end of the 1700s, with much of the area devoted to farming. During the 1880s, the abundant mineral resources were discovered, and many farmers gave up agriculture for a more prosperous opportunity. The first gas wells in the area were drilled by Citizens Fuel Company. In 1885, oil was discovered near the center of the park, and the boom town of 5 Points was born. A significant portion of the Florence 5 Points oil field is located under Hillman State Park. It was once one of the most prolific oil fields in southwestern Pennsylvania. More than 170 oil wells were drilled in the park by South Penn Oil Company, most of which are now abandoned. Currently, there are 28 active wells owned by the Cassidy Oil Company of Florence. Something big just flew over there.
What's that?
There's something big over there. See it flying?
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Mm-hmm. Something in the water.
Uh-huh. During 1914, John A. Bell began strip mining for coal in a small area within the park. J.R. Electric operated a 17-acre deep mine during the 1920s along the southern edge of the park. The nearby Florence mine was purchased in 1928 by the Harmon Creek Coal Corporation, and during 1932 the company began purchasing the land that is now the state park. This was the largest bituminous coal strip mine in Pennsylvania, with more than 15 million tons of coal removed by 1968. The Harmon Creek Coal Corporation considered reclamation as an integral part of coal mining and began conservation practices in 1937, well before the practice became law. The first statute passed in Harrisburg requiring only partial restoration was in 1945. The company's conservation department pioneered the restoration of strip mine lands by restoring spoil banks into useful purposes. 2 years prior to an area being strip mined, restoration plans were made and included reusing stockpiled topsoil, contouring the land, adding fertilizer, planting a cover crop. During 1969, this property became a state park when James Hillman, president of Harmon Creek Coal Corporation, donated 3,654 acres of land to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania for outdoor recreational purposes. At that time, the donation was reported to be the largest single land gift for a state park in the country and was valued at more than $1 million. From 1970 through 1977, the Department of Environmental Resources, now the DCNR, spent $1.7 million to complete reclamation projects including filling, grading, erosion control, and soil treatment with fly ash and additional plantings at Hillman State Park. There's also a model airplane field here at the park. During 1949, an engineering student from the University of Pittsburgh asked James Hillman for a place to fly model airplanes. Mr. Hillman contributed a 20-acre fenced area at the southern end of the park. This airfield was closed in 1977 and a new airfield was built at the northern end of the park. This is going to conclude our Western Pennsylvania State Parks trip. I hope you enjoyed following along. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel and like the video. Thanks for watching.